This morning, we are taking you on a musical journey through the Huron Carole, courtesy of Tom Jackson.
Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the night, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear?
Okay, now it's officially the holidays. This is a snippet from Tom's long-standing annual concert featuring a variety of special performances. This year marks the 37th year of Jackson's humanitarian efforts that have resulted in more than $250 million raised for those in need. And we are thrilled to welcome Tom Jackson from Port Hope, Ontario this morning. Great to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm privileged to talk to you this morning. We're going to start with the Huron Carole. Tell us who's joining you on stage this year and what viewers can expect.
Well, the band is an all-star band. The stars of the show, and I'm going to read them off because I've got on their piece of paper. Misha Berger-Gosman Lee, Lorena McKennett, Natalie McMaster, Beverly Mahood, Andre Menard, Shannon Gay, and Pilktook. We have taken the show that we did last year in Halifax and put an encore together because it was so successful last year, and we didn't have time to do it this year because Sullivan's Crossing was happening. And so kindly enough, CTV is going to broadcast it on Sunday the 22nd, and we're going to raise money for the Red Cross.
That's awesome, Tom. I read a quote from you saying that your hope is that this concert will provide, quote, a light of joy to a world that can sometimes seem so dark. This is such a long-standing tradition for you, so I'm curious, how did it all start?
Well, it started from a crisis that was in Toronto, and I was trying to help an organization called Council Fire. They had a shortage of hampers. The year before, they had 300 hampers, and I said, well, perhaps we could do something to raise the money to buy the hampers. But that came out of an incident that happened just previous to that, when I happened to come across a gentleman on the street, and people were walking by him. He was lying on a sidewalk, and I helped him. And I didn't do a lot, but it changed my life. At that time, I was living in a crawl space, and I was the architect of my own life, and I was addicted to drugs. And that moment changed my life. I became addicted to love, so I became a vampire of love.
Vampire of love. That's great. Tom, you know, so many people, you look at their career and their resume, and it might be similar to some of the success that you've had, but what is different is that they don't necessarily give back the way you do. You clearly have such a passion and a heart for helping those in need. Where does that desire to give back come from?
It's a verb. The verb is love. Love is a great word, but it's a much better verb. It's like Christmas. Christmas is a verb. You know, don't you get the feeling that you want to do something for somebody? Everything you do around Christmas brings something out of you that makes you feel better. And let me give you an example. I ran across a mission in Halifax not long ago, and we decided to start a campaign called the Santa Crazy Socks Box. And what we did was we gathered up crazy socks and we put them in a box. And all our friends came and they put them in a box. And we gave those socks to help people who were living in the cold. And the feeling that everybody got from putting a pair of socks in a box changed their life. I mean, they're never going to be the same. Never. You know, we can think about Christmas, but we can be Christmas. I mean, I go around now, I go, excuse me, but my name is Claus, Santa Claus. You might think that I'm Tom Jackson, but really I'm Santa Claus. And my crazy socks box is empty. If you fill it up, I'll deliver it. If you fill up the socks box, so you could do it yourself. You get yourself a box and fill it up with crazy socks and deliver it to a mission or deliver it to a food bank. People who are living in the cold, the most treasured thing is socks. You may not think it, but it saves lives.
It saves lives,
If
Tom.
you could, would you save a life this Christmas if you could?
Well, I think we all would, and I so am grateful for you encouraging us to love and to Christmas this year. Tom Jackson, thank you so much.
I love you.
If you liked that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.